Most people think luxury chocolate is simply expensive candy. But beyond the supermarket shelves exists a world where rare cacao rivals fine wine, auction-grade collectibles, and centuries of craftsmanship. As we uncover these indulgent creations together, subscribe to join our circle of global connoisseurs exploring the world's most exclusive luxuries. Single-origin chocolate. Break a square between your fingers and the snap arrives with crisp precision before glossy surfaces melt into layers of fruit, spice, roasted nuts, flowers, or earthy minerals that linger long after the chocolate disappears. Rather than blending beans from several countries, every bar captures the unmistakable personality of one estate or one growing region, allowing your palate to detect differences as clearly as tasting wines from neighboring vineyards. The finest examples come from celebrated origins such as Madagascar, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Peru, where careful fermentation and drying determine the final flavor as much as the genetics of the cacao itself. Luxury makers including Valrhona, Domori, Bonad, and Amedei transformed single-origin chocolate into a collector's category, with premium bars often selling from $20 to well over $100, depending on rarity. For collectors, each harvest becomes a vintage, making every tasting feel closer to opening a treasured bottle from Bordeaux than unwrapping an ordinary dessert. Grand Cru chocolate. The surface gleams almost like polished marble, while every bite unfolds in carefully timed waves instead of overwhelming sweetness, revealing flavors that seem deliberately orchestrated from beginning to end. The texture is impossibly smooth because every stage, from bean selection to conching, is engineered to preserve balance rather than simply maximize cocoa content. Borrowing terminology from elite wine estates, Grand Cru chocolate identifies cacao sourced from highly distinguished plantations or tightly defined terroirs, where climate, soil, altitude, and genetics combine to produce consistently superior beans. Brands such as Valrhona have spent decades educating chefs around the world on Grand Cru classifications, supplying Michelin-starred restaurants and luxury hotels with couvertures that command premium pricing. Owning these bars signals appreciation for origin and craftsmanship in much the same way wearing a Patek Philippe reflects respect for centuries of precision rather than merely telling time. Bean to bar chocolate. Lift the wrapper and the aroma feels vivid and alive because nothing has been hidden beneath excessive sugar or industrial processing. Every bite carries tiny variations that remind you real agricultural products are never perfectly identical, giving each bar a personality shaped by the hands that produced it. Bean-to-bar makers oversee the journey from raw cacao bean through roasting, grinding, refining, tempering, and molding, creating transparency that has become one of luxury food's strongest selling points. Companies including Dandelion Chocolate, Pump Street Chocolate, Soma Chocolate Maker, and Fries Holm have built devoted global followings despite producing relatively small quantities compared with multinational confectionery giants. The appeal mirrors independent Swiss watchmakers, where knowing exactly who built the product becomes nearly as valuable as the finished creation itself. Rare heritage cacao chocolate. The first sensation is astonishing delicacy, with floral aromas, dried fruits, soft honey, and gentle spices replacing the bitterness many people expect from dark chocolate. Instead of dominating the palate, these scarce beans reveal quiet complexity that rewards slow tasting and repeated attention. Among the most coveted heritage varieties are Nacional from Ecuador and Porcelana from Venezuela, both celebrated for their scarcity and distinctive flavor profiles. Years of disease, changing agriculture, and lower crop yields have made authentic harvests increasingly difficult to secure, pushing prices dramatically above conventional cacao. Luxury chocolatiers compete fiercely for limited supplies because these beans represent genetic treasures, functioning much like rare grape varieties preserved for the world's greatest vineyards. Truffle chocolate. The shell cracks with delicate resistance before an impossibly soft center flows across the tongue in a wave of silky ganache, enriched with cream, butter, spices, fruit purees, fine spirits, or fragrant nuts. Temperature matters enormously because the filling transforms from firm elegance to luxurious velvet within moments of warming in your mouth. Inspired by the appearance of prized underground truffles, chocolate truffles became icons of European luxury confectionery during the 20th century and remain staples inside prestigious boutiques from Paris to Tokyo. Houses including La Maison du Chocolat, Pierre Marcolini, and Patrick Roger create seasonal collections presented in beautifully crafted gift boxes that often sell for well over $100. Like haute couture fashion, these creations exist partly because anticipation, presentation, and craftsmanship are inseparable from the experience itself. Gold leaf chocolate. Light dances across paper-thin sheets of genuine edible gold, creating an almost theatrical contrast against deep brown chocolate before the precious metal disappears without contributing much flavor of its own. The sensation is visual first and culinary second, transforming a simple bite into a performance designed for celebration. Edible gold has decorated royal banquets for centuries and remains popular among luxury chocolatiers producing limited edition gifts, festive collections, and bespoke commissions. 24-karat edible gold dramatically increases production costs while signaling abundance, making these chocolates popular at exclusive weddings, luxury hotels, and private events. The appeal resembles commissioning a diamond-set timepiece, where craftsmanship meets spectacle to communicate prestige long before practical value enters the conversation. Filled artisan chocolate bonbons. Each polished shell hides a carefully engineered surprise that bursts open into flowing caramel, fragrant praline, citrus cream, exotic fruit, coffee, tea, or aged whiskey, delivering changing textures within a single mouthful. The precision required to create perfectly thin shells without leaks demands remarkable technical skill and relentless consistency. Master chocolatiers treat bonbon collections almost like seasonal fashion releases, unveiling new flavors throughout the year using locally sourced ingredients alongside premium imported delicacies. Luxury houses such as Patrick Roger, Jean-Paul Even, and Richard have elevated bonbons into edible design objects admired for both aesthetics and flavor architecture. Collectors often purchase entire assortments simply to experience the creative journey, much like attending multiple runway shows during Paris Fashion Week. Vintage chocolate. The aroma immediately feels deeper and more mature, carrying notes that suggest dried fruit, tobacco, polished wood, and spice rather than youthful brightness. Although chocolate does not age exactly like wine, carefully stored bars made from specific harvests can evolve subtly over time, especially when produced from outstanding beans. Certain chocolatiers release chocolates tied to individual harvest years, allowing enthusiasts to compare one growing season against another, much as wine collectors compare vintages from celebrated estates. Weather conditions, rainfall, fermentation quality, and drying techniques all influence the final profile, creating natural variation that fascinates dedicated collectors. The ritual transforms chocolate from an everyday indulgence into an agricultural archive, rewarding patience and curiosity instead of instant gratification. Ruby chocolate. Its naturally rosy appearance creates immediate intrigue before lively berry notes and refreshing acidity replace expectations of traditional milk or dark chocolate. The creamy texture remains familiar, yet the flavor feels bright, fruity, and unexpectedly vibrant without relying on added berry flavorings or artificial coloring. Introduced commercially after years of research by Barry Callebaut, Ruby chocolate became the first major new chocolate category in decades, joining dark, milk, and white chocolate as a distinct offering. Luxury pastry chefs rapidly embraced its striking appearance for desserts, bonbons, and artistic presentations inside premium hotels and boutique patisseries. Its arrival resembles the launch of an entirely new luxury sports car category, reshaping expectations within an industry that had remained largely unchanged for generations. Bespoke luxury chocolate. The wrapping alone hints that what lies inside was never intended for mass production, with handcrafted boxes, engraved details, custom molds, and ingredients chosen exclusively for one client or one occasion. Every element feels personal because the experience begins long before the chocolate reaches your palate. Luxury hotels, prestigious jewelers, elite event planners, and high-net-worth families regularly commission bespoke chocolates featuring rare ingredients such as saffron, black truffle, vintage cognac, caviar-inspired garnishes, or individually sourced cacao. These private commissions often cost hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on complexity, packaging, and exclusivity. At this level, chocolate becomes less of a confection and more of a signature statement, serving the same role as commissioning a tailored Savile Row suit or ordering a one-of-one Rolls-Royce. Luxury chocolate has never truly been about satisfying hunger. It is about preserving craftsmanship, celebrating terroir, showcasing artistry, and turning one of the world's most familiar pleasures into an experience worthy of collectors and connoisseurs. The next time you reach for chocolate, ask yourself whether you value bold intensity, delicate heritage cacao, artistic bonbons, or pure exclusivity. Then share your choice in the comments and let us discover where your taste belongs within this remarkable world.